It is semifinal Saturday here at the Bassmaster Elite Series. How's everyone doing today? No. This is Texas. You got to do better than that. How's everyone doing today? All right, semifinal Saturday. Only 47 anglers remain in our field. This is Simms Bassmaster Elite at Lake Fork. And you see I'm wearing a white Stetson, and you'll see a few of our staff. And saw earlier in the week our anglers wearing them with good reason because, unfortunately, the bass fishing community lost our forefather. 88 years old, just over a week ago, we lost Ray Scott. And Ray Scott created this industry. Not just, when he introduced catch and release, at that time people fought him. And now, if you keep a fish, you get in trouble from everybody. That's how successful catch and release seems to be nowadays. It's amazing what Mr. Ray Scott and the Bassmaster family has done. And let's honor Mr. Ray Scott right now. Not with a moment of silence because nobody watching can hear that. Let's give him some love, ladies and gentlemen, for the Scott family right now, ladies and gentlemen. Let's make some noise for Mr. Ray Scott. Now's Mr. Ray Scott. If he was here, he'd say, let's get this way and going, and that's exactly what we're going to do. 47 anglers remain. Got to whittle this field down to our top 10. Top 10 Fishing Championship Sunday. And for the fifth time this year, we will crown our Elite Series champion right there. As of this morning, our tournament leader happened to be the same guy who won the last time we were here. Longview, Texas's Lee Livesey. I figured we'd have a few Lee Livesey fans in the house. What he's trying to do is so rare. To win on your home body of water, there's people who say that, it's so tough to do that. But to go back-to-back on one of the most fabled fisheries in the world is unbelievable. But he's only halfway there. We're going to find out if he can make it all the way there. You got to make it through to the top 10 to keep your tournament alive. Everybody else goes home, and the 10 will go out tomorrow. 1 will be crowned. Are you guys ready to meet our anglers? All right, I'll ask our tournament director. You know how this works when I spin this towel. I'm like a world's least likely cheerleader. I spin this towel, you guys make noise, okay? Let's see if it works. Up here, you guys are on fire. Back there, you're all drinking. I need you. The drinking people are normally the loud people, okay? So one more time. Texas, are you ready? No. It is semifinal Saturday. I said, are you ready? Let's get ready to welcome our very first angler from Brookville, Indiana, Dollar Bill Lowen. Bill Lowen with 26 pounds, 3 ounces today. You are leading this tournament right now with 71-1, and I know there's a bunch more anglers left to go. Is it going to be enough to stay inside the top 10?
I hope so. Typically when we come to Lake Fork, it just kicks me in the teeth, and it's an offshore deal here this time of the year usually when we show up, and I said, you know what, I'm not doing it. I'm picking up my flipping rod, and I'm going to go fish the way I know how to fish, and it's working so far. So hopefully I'll get a chance tomorrow to go out there in that Express and that Yamaha and bounce through the trees again because it's been fun, and the last couple hours out there on the water today was truly fun. But I'd like to thank everybody for coming out here. If I don't make it, come see me at the Yamaha booth tomorrow, but hopefully I'm out there on the water. And once again, I'd like to thank you all for coming.
Thank you, and we hope to bring out at the end our top 10. We're going to try turn and burn through this way, and because there is some weather coming in, we want to make sure we get everyone through here, and at the very end, we're going to try to bring out our top 10 and let you know who's fishing on Championship Sunday. Let's bring out a 2-time Elite Series champion from Newport, New York, Jamie the Hammer Hartman. 17-1 today gives you 59-15, moves into third place right now, and going to leave here with a pretty good payday.
Yeah, that I'm happy about. I'm very gracious anytime I cash a check like that. I love fishing the third day. I love fishing the fourth day better, but sometimes it just don't work out, man. I had a case of dropsies today, man. I had them all hooked up to have a really, really big bag for the week. Actually would have been a fun bag for me, but hey, come off on me. There's so much timber out there, man. It beats your line up, beats your boat up, beats me up. I about had enough of it, so I'm going to put my Band-Aids on my boat and head on down the road to Pickwick.
Look forward to seeing you there. Safe travels and congrats on a great finish here this week. A Bassmaster Classic qualifier from Millville, New Jersey. GDP Greg DePalma. 12 pounds, 15 ounces today gives you 57 pounds, 8 ounces. You move into fourth place currently, but obviously a bunch more anglers left to weigh in here. But you're going to leave here with a great payday, and you got to be happy with that.
Yeah, money is always good, especially these gas prices nowadays. Man, I got a lot of people I got to thank, for sure. I got to thank my guys at Susquehanna Fishing Tackle. I got to thank Nebraska University. I want to thank Superior Walls, Northeast Precast, the whole crew. You know, this week for me, Minn Kota Hummingbird was a big deal. If you guys were here, you guys saw the crazy weather we had. Spot lock was key this week for my Ultrex. Besides that, my Raptor tail being placed in all the areas, caught all the fish on a variety of baits. Just a good week, Dave. Looking forward to get to Pickwick.
Congratulations. Look forward to seeing you at Pickwick. Got married just a few weeks ago. He's a Bassmaster Classic qualifier from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Derek Hudnall. 22 pounds, 9 ounces today. Another good day gives you 70 pounds even. You're sitting in second right now, and 70 pounds for 3 days of fishing just shows how incredible this phenomenal body of water is.
Wow, one of the best. I don't know that I could have picked 3 mirror image days. I have got 3 or 4 main areas. I caught almost the same weight off of all of them every single day, including catching a 5-pounder here in the last 20 minutes to actually put me into the top 10. Just couldn't ask for a better day, better cameraman, and my marshals have been fantastic. I know I even had a fan watching me from his dock, and he was screaming and hollering every time I'd catch a fish. But man, I'm catching a lot of fish. It's just fun. It's a lot of fun right now. And man, I had one 20 minutes ago that I caught that put me into the top 10, but 70 pounds, and I squeaked in the top 10. This place is incredible. Looking forward to tomorrow. Let's go do it again.
Looking forward to seeing you back here at the end of our way and hopefully inside our top 10. Let's bring out a 16-time Bassmaster Classic qualifier, a former Elite Series Angler of the Year, the Hack Attack, Greg Hackney. 22 pounds, 11 ounces, gives you 67.12 here today. And Lake Fork, no matter what time of year we come here, man, it always delivers.
It was fun. It was actually fun today. You know, I had a little bump in the road yesterday and it's going to hurt me, but today was a fun day. You know, that wind laid down and you could fish everything. And I fished over. I'm pretty disappointed in my performance in that I fished over a big group of fish yesterday and today I didn't. And, man, it was fun. It was just a really fun day. But it's always great to be in Texas. And I'll be honest with you, I love the hot weather. So I know you don't, Dave, but it's been a good week. I like the lake down. It makes it a lot easier to get around, but it's always fun to come here. And, you know, anytime you can go to a place, I always say this, but anytime you can go to the place and your next cast can be your greatest fish ever, it just kind of keeps you in the hunt the whole tournament. And see them at Pickwick.
Look forward to seeing you there, and I do like hot weather, just normally with a cold drink in my hand while I'm enjoying it. Our next angler came into this event with the lead in our Progressive Bassmaster Angler of the Year race from DeBary, Florida. Get loud for John Cox. 57 pounds and 9 ounces is going to be your total after 12-8 today, and you move into 6th place currently in the weigh-in. But, I mean, you are having an incredible season this year, John.
Oh, yeah. And, I mean, today was, you know, yesterday we got really fortunate on a lot of bites. Today we missed them, and they just didn't get it. But, man, the year's been going great. You know, it was a really, you know, I wanted to just try to stay in there, try to stay close to, you know, in the top in the Angler of the Year thing. I don't think we're going to, you know, maybe we're going to move to 3rd or 4th or something after this one. But as long as we're in there, you know, we got to have 4 left after this. And, man, I mean, this place is awesome. Can't wait to come back. All week, I pretty much just went down the bank, went wide open, took that crest liner, threw all the stumps, and just threw a Berkeley cane walker and covered a ton of water and had some awesome topwater bites. And, you know, I really can't wait to come back here.
Can't wait to see you at Pickwick and see how this all works out. You're not going to go anywhere, though. Came into this with a Progressive Bassmaster Angler of the Year lead, so he gets a $1,000 weekly bonus. Keep that lead. Come the end of the season, that check gets a whole lot bigger. Congratulations, John Cox. And we look forward to seeing you at Pickwick. Yeah, let's bring out our reigning Elite Series Rookie of the Year from Alabama, Josh Streisner. Today, our VMC Monster Bag of the Day, 30 pounds and 10 ounces, gives him 74 pounds and 12 ounces. You were leading this tournament, and, man, you might have had one of the most incredible, 20, 25 minutes, 30 minutes this morning. I mean, I looked, and I thought it was wrong. You caught them so quick. You know, I think you had 28 pounds as soon as I looked this morning.
Yeah, they were there. I found these fish yesterday, and I wish I'd found them, you know, a place I had marked. You know, if I went there the first day, I'd be in a lot better shape. But I started out on this place this morning, and I caught them pretty good for like 20 minutes, you know, and I just left it alone. You know, I went trying to run around trying to catch another big one, wound up catching one that helped. But it's just one little spot, so you know, this lake, they could be a mile away tomorrow, but hopefully I can get one more day out of them. And I tell you, this lake is so crazy good. There's so many 5 to 7 pound fish in this lake. I wish that some of these other states would, you know, take note of what these people do right here. Texas Parks and Wildlife is so incredible. But hopefully tomorrow we can give it one more try and see if we can move up a couple spots.
Awesome body of water, and you don't got to go anywhere. We'll find out if you're in top 10 at the end of our weigh-in. Hudnall win at the Bassmaster Opens all the way from Japan, Kenta Kimura. 23 pounds even today, gives you 67 pounds, 12 ounces. You move into 5th place currently at this point of the weigh-in, and going to leave here with a good payday. You got to be happy with the way things went this week?
Yes, I do happy, but, you know, I wish I could have fished a little cleaner today. I lost the giant one, I guess, and broke and stuff like that. And I know I can't do that in the Elite Series, so, you know. That's the way it is, but I had a lot of fun this week in Lake Fork. I didn't realize this many big fish until, you know, I fished this deal. So I hope we're going to come back here next year.
I'm pretty sure we'll be back here in the future. It's a phenomenal fishery, and it's great to have you here. A 3-time Classic Qualifier Bassmaster Open winner from Mount Carmel, Tennessee, David Mullins. 15 pounds, 4 ounces today gives you 64 pounds, 2 ounces. Puts you in 5th at this point in the weigh-in, but a lot more to weigh in. But, man, you got to be happy with the way things went this week, Mullins?
Yeah, I am. I tell you, after the 3rd day of practice, I was like, I think I can crack them because there were so many schools out there. And for some reason, Dave, I don't know what happened. Like, they left. Like, the first day, I had 20-some schools located. First day I got there, I had 7 left, and I caught 27 pounds. Yesterday I had 1 left, caught 21 pounds a day. I never had a school. So it's blowing my mind what the fish are doing. Like, they're not coming out like they should, like they would at home. But, you know, this place still got them. I ain't got no excuses other than I didn't catch them today. But happy to be here, happy to make a cut, and ready to go back home.
Going to run out of fish. The best day to do it is day number 3. So congratulations on a great finish. His 2nd season on the Bassmaster Elite Series. He's a Bassmaster Classic qualifier from Georgia, Mark Frazier. Good day today, 26 pounds, 4 ounces, gives you 72 pounds, 8 ounces, and you might be sticking around and hanging with us this weekend, or on Sunday anyways.
Yeah, that'd be nice. You know, that'd be my first cut, or my first 4th day, so that'd be a dream come true. And, you know, I had, like he was saying, I had some stuff offshore, and it didn't pan out. Day 1, I had to scrap, and what I'm doing is something that I found the last day of practice, and I didn't really know the potential. So I pulled up and I caught everything I weighed in day 1. So it kind of changed my whole perspective on this place. But I don't know, man. I don't know what I'm going to catch. I burned through a lot of fish today, so I wanted to make it tomorrow, and hopefully I do that. But if I go out tomorrow, y'all don't be mad if I don't catch them.
Well, if you go out tomorrow, we'll find out at the end of our weigh-in if you're going out tomorrow. Let's bring on our next angler, a 3-time Classic qualifier from North Carolina, the Baby Shark, Shane Lehu. 21 pounds, 13 ounces today gives you 72.15. Sitting in 2nd place at this point of the weigh-in. And is that going to be enough to get you out there tomorrow?
Man, I don't know. I had a rough day today. It started out pretty good. I caught 15.5 pounds off my first place and had some other bites that didn't get it. And then I kind of ran around a little bit. The 3rd place I went to, I had 3 big bites in a row, and I lost every single one of them. I was like, this is not going well. And I'm only getting like 3, 5+ pound bites a day. So, but luckily I ran back to that place late in the day, and I picked up a Berkeley bottom hopper and red bug, and I caught a 6 even and 4.5. So I kind of salvaged the day. Obviously there's some big fish there. Everything I've hooked there is 4.5 to 6.5 pounds. So hopefully I get to go again tomorrow, and hopefully they bite and stay on.
Keep our fingers crossed for you. Find out at the end of our weigh-in. Let's bring through our next angler. He weighed in the VMC Monster Bag of the tournament on day number 1. He's your day 1 leader, a 3-time Classic qualifier from Palatka, Florida, Cliff Prince. VMC Monster Bag of the tournament on day number 1, 32 pounds, 5 ounces. Today, 14.9 gives you 65 pounds, 4 ounces. You move into 8th place. Not sure you're going to get out there tomorrow, but, man, you weighed in the biggest bag of this tournament. You got to be happy with that.
Yeah, I was very fortunate with what I caught the first day. I run into some late that day, and then that just kind of petered out, and I tried to make it work again and again and again, and they just never showed up. And should have run some more water, but hey, hindsight's always 20/20, and just glad to be here. Y'all take care of this place. This is an awesome lake, and see you guys next time.
I'm sure we'll be back, and always great to have you here. We look forward to seeing you at Pickwick. Our next angler is going to be the first one rolling through in a Toyota Tundra, which means he has an over. Let's get him rolling. He's a Bassmaster Classic qualifier, having an incredible season this year on the Bassmaster Elite Series from Raceland, Louisiana, Tyler Ravat. Total weight today of 23 pounds, 6 ounces, giving him 66 pounds, 15 ounces. And let's have a look at this over. 7 pounds, 5 ounces. Texas, let me hear you. $66 pounds, 15 ounces in 8th place right now. I don't know whether you're going to get out there tomorrow, but, man, one of the few guys that got to come across the stage with a fish like that. And, man, you're having a great season this year, Tyler.
It was. It started out like an awesome season. Chickamauga was a little slump, and I'm glad to be back in the cut. This morning was incredible. I couldn't catch anything before 10 o'clock any day, and today I had all my weight before 10 o'clock. So after that, I was like, you know what? It's going to be a really good day. I'm about to bust 30, and I have all evening, and I just cannot do it. I thought I needed a big bag, and I just kind of scratched what I was doing and just went for the home run. But it was a fun day, fun week. I caught almost everything on either a topwater by Excite, the Heckler, or Hank Cherry's jerkbait, the Stunner. He gave me a couple, and I've literally caught 100 fish on that this week. So it's an awesome deal, especially with that live scope. You can live scope them, and I was dragging it for like probably 30 yards, and finally the fish would eat it. It would take that long for them to chase it and eat it, and it would always be a big one. So I figured it out, and I'm just glad to be here. I was scared of fork. It always scares me, so good job for everybody that caught them.
Don't be scared at all. You got them good this week. I look forward to seeing you at Pickwick. Let's bring out a 2-time Progressive Bassmaster Angler of the Year from Gunnersville, Alabama, the incomparable G-Man, Gerald Swindle. What a day today. 29 pounds, 2 ounces, giving him 80 pounds, 14 ounces. And Gerald Swindle is leading the Simms Bassmaster Elite at Lake Fork. And you are 5 fish away from becoming an Elite Series champion.
That's a big 5 bass, because there's a guy that lives around here. Y'all might have heard of him named, I think it's Lee Livesey. He catches them pretty good, yeah. So when you're out there fishing, you think, well, I got 25 pounds. That ought to be all right. And I'm thinking, no, there's Paul in it, and there's Lee Livesey. I'm thinking, I need to get my crap together. I got to have 30. This is a weird place. When you get to 28 pounds, you start thinking, now what do I need to do to catch a big one? I don't normally have that issue out there. So, I think it's going to be an interesting day tomorrow. It's within a reach. You don't never wish for anybody to stumble. But if I could show out and get to 35-pound bag, and it's doable here, you can make it interesting. I think it's, it'd be cool to break the century mark again. I've only done it one time in my career at Bass, and I would like to do it one more time. So now tomorrow I got a chance to get over 100 pounds, and we should have a great shootout for you people to watch on Fox Sports and all the fans. It's going to be interesting. But Lee Livesey and the Marshall and the Prodigy is pretty hard to run down. Even though at BP he's got little short legs, he moves pretty quick on the water.
Well, this crowd doesn't want anyone to win this tournament but Lee Livesey. But I'm going to tell you, in the bass fishing community, if anybody going to beat Lee Livesey, the bass fishing world would love to see Gerald Swindle become an Elite Series champion.
I can tell you right now, if I were to win this tournament, I'd have to shoot my way out of this place. I don't know if y'all looked at Lee Livesey. He's a pretty big old fella, and half his family back there is pretty big fellas too, and the women look like they'd cut you with a beer bottle. So I I don't know. I have mixed emotions. If they said you won, I'd tell Lulu, I said, just bring the truck through here at about 100 and I'll just dive through the sunroof with scratch out slinging rocks. But what a great event to be chasing Lee and Brandon at, to be out there today and doing this and to be able to catch big fish. Lake Fork fish is tough. It's very aggravating because of the logs and the stumps, but it does have big ones in there. And I've never fished anywhere where you can keep the adrenaline all day thinking my next flip with a jig could be a 10-pounder. So to me, that's kind of a cool day of fishing when you just really never get out of it.
Having a great tournament. Can't wait to see it go down tomorrow morning. He's a former Bass Nation national champion from Wisconsin. Get loud for Pat Schlopper. 20 pounds an ounce today gives him 65 pounds, 14 ounces, puts you in 10th place currently at this point of the weigh-in. Unless you got a big bass, I don't know your streak of. He's won Phoenix Boat Big Bass the last 2 tournaments in a row, and you gave it a shot this time around, but unfortunately not going to get that title. But you got to be happy with this tournament and this season.
Yeah, today was I kind of had a spin out this morning, and disaster struck at about 10 o'clock, and my head was kind of in Mush City until about 1 o'clock, and then I got to Wampin on them, and at least got to 20 pounds to save a little bit. So it's a good tournament, fun lake. And, I mean, I did catch quite a few big ones, but they're just not considered big ones on this lake. So it was fun. I like this place, and hopefully we come back again.
Sure, we'll be back here, and congratulations on a great event. Don't go anywhere, though. Phoenix Boats Big Bass Award from our last event, a $2,000 bonus for that. I tried to earn you a little extra, but they won't let me do that. 200. Yeah, I'm sure. We'll put it on there. They won't cash it anyways. Our next angler, a 5-time classic qualifier from Lake Wiley, South Carolina, Todd Otten. Good day today, 25 pounds, 7 ounces, puts you in 7th place with 69 pounds, 4 ounces. So Lake Fork, I mean, a special fishery.
Yeah, it is. And, man, I had a blast today. We run around, and believe it or not, the places I was fishing, there was nobody on about all day. And that's to say a lot for this fishery, to be able to catch some shallow and some deep. You can just do 2 or 3 different things and you catch them every which way. But, man, what an awesome lake y'all have here, and I can't wait until we get to come back here next time.
Forward to seeing you back here, and look forward to seeing you at Pickwick unless you stay inside our top 10. We'll see you at the end of our weigh-in. Speaking of our top 10, he's a 6-time Bassmaster winner, former Bass Nation national champion, former Angler of the Year from Rathdrum, Idaho, the prodigy, Brandon Polinick. Today, 27 pounds, 13 ounces gives him 84 pounds, 7 ounces, and the prodigy is your brand new leader at the Simms Bassmaster Elite on Lake Fork. And, man, Swindle was up here a little while ago, trash talking some people, but he's worried. Like, if he wins it, he's worried that a lot of these people don't want anyone to win it except for Lee Livesey. How do you feel? I mean, your poor wife is due to have a baby any day now, any week now, really, and she's not here, but how are you going to get out of here if you take this title?
I mean, that's a pretty rowdy bunch. I'm going to have to be quick on my feet like a rabbit, I think. I don't even think I can get them on a dead sprint run because they're like gazelles. They got long legs and stuff. I'm just a little guy. So I'd have to be quick, dodge, weave through all these people. I might need some roadblocks out there. If anyone else wants to be on my team, help me out. I don't know, maybe pull his drain plug in the morning, glue his boat to the trailer. I don't know, any of that stuff might help. I thought I gained a little ground when I looked at Bass Track on the way in, and then I hear them back there, and they start calling out all these giant numbers. And you guys will just have to hear. But, I mean, I'm like, hey, we get to live. We get to fight tomorrow. It's going to be interesting. I mean, you got a shot to win. That's all you can ask for on this place. It's been a while since I've had a shot to win this event, since Rayburn in 17. So hopefully this little weather change helps me out. See what happens.
Would love to see you take that title. Let's hear it for Brandon Polinick, the very first Canadian to ever win an Elite Series event for Peterborough, Ontario, Canada, Chris Johnston. 24 pounds, 12 ounces today gives him 71 pounds, 3 ounces, and you're in 6th place right now.
it's pretty crazy when you come to a fishery and weigh 24 pounds. I don't think I moved up any in the standings. So you guys got an incredible fishery here. I love coming to Lake Fork, and I still haven't caught an over. I think this is the 4th year coming here, so I think I'm due to get one. So I'm hoping tomorrow I get to go fishing and have a crack at it.
Love to see you hold up a big giant over here tomorrow. Great tournament regardless. Congratulations. A 3-time Classic qualifier, man, more slick than an ugly stick. From Kentucky, Matt Robertson. 22 pounds, 8 ounces today. Gives him 66 pounds even. Puts you in 13th place currently. And, man, rolling out of here with a great payday.
Yeah, man, it's a lot better than the start of the year. I thought I was going to run around, burn about 40 gallons of gas on this lake today, but the boys took me out last night, kept me out to about 1 o'clock. And so I just...
They kept you out.
I'll be honest with you. I was the DD last night, so it was pretty miserable. But that's not the case tonight. We're going to go back to that sidekicks and get down with it. But yeah, I got tired about 9 o'clock of jumping up and down. And had to go flip a jig and catch what I caught. And it's pretty nice just to fish around versus, you know, I got to get a nap before tonight, though.
Yeah, go get a nap and have fun tonight and do not get arrested again. A 2-time Elite Series winner from Connecticut. Let's hear it for Paul Mueller. 21 pounds and 3 ounces today. Gives him 67 pounds, 14 ounces. You're in 10th place currently. And, man, you got to be happy with this big finish here this week, Paul.
Yeah, I had a good event. You know, today was tough. I tried to, you know, figure out something to catch a big bag, and it just wasn't happening. So I said, man, I have to go fish where I know there's fish and kind of grind it out. And I caught a decent bag, but, you know, just missed those big bites. But had a good week. This place is a lot of fun to fish, and, you know, I hope this is on the schedule every year at this time. You know, it's definitely fits my style of fishing, and you know, I'd love to fish tomorrow, but I don't think I have enough. You know, we'll see next time. You know, definitely I hope we come next year for sure, and maybe just a week or two later. I think this place is just kind of in that transition right now, and man, another week or two and this place is going to be unbelievable. I saw it in practice. There was big fish coming out, and that's kind of what I committed to, fishing deep, and you know, it just kind of really didn't work out, but there's Mama. Yep. But, yeah, it was a good week, and thanks for coming out. What a great crowd, and tomorrow's going to be awesome, man. A lot of big fish being weighed, and, you know, somebody's going to catch a big bag for sure.
I'm a little nervous holding this microphone that close to your son because I know he wants to take my job. Do you want to say hi to anyone?
Hi.
You want to say anything else?
No.
Okay. You want to say goodbye?
No.
But you got it. You got to go now.
No.
Can you give me knuckles?
I'll give you knuckles. No.
Get out of here. A 5-time Bassmaster Classic qualifier from Michigan, Chad Pipkins. 65 pounds and 5 ounces is your total. You had 19-1 today, moving to 16th place. And Lake Fork's been good to you so many times and good to you again here this week.
Yeah, it was a really good week. I didn't have a lot to go on this week. Just kind of got fortunate and got on a few places when they were biting. And this is just a special place. Sometimes you got to hit things 3-4 times, and the 4th time you hit them, they're biting. And today it was so close to happening again. I think we were almost late coming in, and there was a couple 8-pounders up on top of the surface eating gizzard shad, and you just want to make some more casts. I mean, every time we come here, it's a blast. You guys always turn out. The fishing's phenomenal. So hopefully we keep coming back and keep getting to make some money down here.
Sure, we'll be back, and we look forward to seeing you at Pickwick Lake. He won the very first Elite Series event he fished from South Carolina. Get loud for Brian New. 23 pounds even today. Puts you in 3rd place with 75 pounds, 5 ounces. And I don't think your tournament's over. I think you're sticking around with us for another day.
I sure hope so, man. It's, you know, they're catching great big ones. I didn't catch no great big ones today. I caught some good ones, but no great big ones. And it's so hard. It's so hard to get a bite. I mean, everything's got to go right. Today it was a lot easier to get on a place because, you know, there was a lot less boats. But, you know, getting on a place and then getting on them when they're there, getting on them when they're there and they're set up, and then you still got to make them bite, and that's not really easy. You know, we didn't have the wind today like we had the last 2 days. That was really nice. tomorrow's a new day. Hopefully we can make it. But hey, it's 3 days in a row that we didn't suck. We're on a roll.
That's good. We'll make it 4 in a row. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Our reigning and defending Progressive Bassmaster Angler of the Year from Newmarket, Minnesota, the amazing fighter man, Seth Fighter. 20 pounds, 14 ounces today gives you 62 pounds, 9 ounces, and going to leave Fork with a good finish here this week, Seth.
Yeah, I'm happy with it. I had a terrible practice. I just went old school and flipped a black-blue jig around shallow. Had a fun time. I love coming to this lake. There's nothing like it. I mean, anytime you get a bite, it could be a 10-pounder, and there's so many good quality fish in here. 4, 5, 6-pounders. It's a fun place to fish, and yeah, hope we're back here soon. See you guys.
I know we'll be back very, very soon. Also from Minnesota, he's an Elite Series, a rookie. Get loud for Josh Douglas. 21 pounds, 5 ounces today. Going to give you 56 pounds, 12 ounces, put you in 25th place, and a great finish here this week, Josh.
Yeah, I'm really happy with it. My first time at Lake Fork, so I was pretty nervous looking at it on the schedule, knowing that it's kind of their playground. They've been here every single year, but I loved Idle Offshore. That's my deal, and to be able to get here and with the water down, it was kind of easier to move around for me. So I only had a few spots, and one of them really paid out. I just couldn't make something happen yesterday, but awesome fishery you all have here. I'm going to stick around for a week. That's how much I like this place before we head to Pickwick. Thanks, everybody.
Enjoy yourself here at Fork, and we'll see you at Pickwick. Hot for top 10 at our last event. He's a Bassmaster Open winner from Japan, Daisuke Aoki. 18 pounds, 10 ounces today gives you 57 pounds and 8 ounces. You finish in 25th place in this event. You're going to be happy with that.
Yeah, very exciting 3 days. My fishing style is top water pattern every day. Yeah, very exciting and fun.
Is that your favorite way to catch them?
Yeah.
Everyone's favorite way. Congratulations on a big finish. We look forward to seeing you at Pickwick. Here's a Texas angler, so I need you to get real loud. From Fort Worth, Texas, 2-time Bassmaster winner, the Zaldangerous one, Chris Zaldane. 18 pounds, 8 ounces. Today gives him 54 pounds and 9 ounces. You move into 27th place. Going to get a payday, which is good. If you watched yesterday's weigh-in, he lost 2 baits yesterday. They were each worth $250, so you're $500 down. And maybe somebody in this crowd will go fishing this week and get real lucky and catch a fish with a $250 lure in his face, because why is anybody in their right mind throwing a $250 lure in a body of water that has more wood than water at times?
Yeah, no kidding. I always like coming to Lake Fork here, and whenever we come here, you got to throw the big stuff. Whether it's big spoons or big swim baits, they love eating big gizzard shad here. So I ripped around. I fished a lot of spots here and just kind of ripped around, and I wasn't getting a lot of bites, 5 to 7 bites a day, but they were all good ones. I couldn't keep them buttoned the first day, second day, or third day, so execution was poor. If I executed like my wife executed, making sandwiches and cleaning up the RV and just being a good wife all week, we'd be leading this thing. So, a couple years ago, I won a truck on her birthday during this event, and tomorrow's her birthday, so happy birthday, Trade. I love you. Thank you guys for coming out. I love Texas. I love Lake Fork. Can't wait to come back.
We love having you on the Elite Series. He's a former Strike King College Bass champion from Tennessee, Jacob Fouts. 19 pounds, 13 ounces today. Gives you 60 pounds, 11 ounces. Puts you in 21st place right now. I'm going to roll out of town with another good payday on the Elite Series.
Absolutely. We'll take it. Coming into the week, I didn't really know what to expect. I'd never been here before, but let me tell you guys, you got something special here. Lake Fork is an awesome place. If I'd have told you I'd average almost 20 pounds a day and barely make it in the top 30, I'd have told you you're crazy. But this place is special, and hopefully we get to come back soon.
Sure, we'll be back here, and we look forward to seeing you on Pickwick. A Bassmaster Classic qualifier from Richmond, Virginia, the barrister Edward Loughran III. 1610 today gives you 51 pounds, 6 ounces, and you got it. Day 3 finish here, and that's always the goal.
That is the goal, and after yesterday, I was just happy to get back out there today. I almost missed making the cut after a good first day, and it's kind of nice to go out and fish free. I mean, I was basically in last place today. could do nothing but go up. So had a great day, caught a ton of fish on top water and flipping jigs with missile baits, D-bombs on the back. Had a great time. Looking forward to getting back here.
Sounds like a good time to me. We look forward to seeing you at Pickwick Lake. Having a great season all the way from Wisconsin. Get loud for Caleb Kufal. 24 pounds even today gives you 66 pounds and 3 ounces. You move into 15th place. Unfortunately, not going to make the top 10 here this week, but man, you are having an incredible season. And even better than that, every time I see you fishing, you are fishing the way you like to fish. Is that the big difference this year? You're kind of avoiding what other people say way to fish a body of water. I mean, we saw you fishing when everybody was offshore earlier in the week. I saw you fishing shallow here. Did you catch them all a little shallower?
Yeah, I caught pretty much most of them. I would say probably 4 to 8 foot the first 2 days, and then they seemed to go out a little bit on me. I think I caught them mostly out of like 10 foot today, so a little bit deeper. But throwing a half-ounce jig, I caught a couple on a buzzbait this morning, walking bait, just doing what I like to do, and I've done well the last 3 tournaments. It's been good, so we'll keep it rolling. Pickwick coming up. It's going to be a completely different game out there. Looking forward to it, though. Get something going, and we'll see what happens.
One question before you leave stage. You sleep in the back of your truck. He camps, and he kind of said, I like that because it keeps me focused on the water. How comfortable is it to go sleep in the back of the truck tonight?
It was a rough week, kind of. I slept in the back of the truck, and I did not have AC. We're looking at 90-degree weather, and it was a struggle. But you got to do what you got to do. More time on the water. That's what I say.
More time in the water, indeed. We are happy you survived. We look forward to seeing you at Pickwick. Our next angler, a 7-time Classic qualifier from Fayetteville, Tennessee, the always lethal Brandon Lester. 19 pounds even today gives him 53 pounds, 14 ounces. You move into 30th place, and man, great finish, day 3 finish here on semifinal Saturday.
Yeah, I just barely squeezed in. I was 45th going out this morning, so didn't have a lot to lose, and not quite as much wind today, so I was able to go hit some points. Got on a really awesome topwater bite this morning, man. I just caught them, and these Lake Fork bass, it's amazing how shallow they'll get up on those points after shad first thing in the morning, but just happy to have another good finish here. We'll be a little bit closer to home here in a couple weeks, so I'm definitely looking forward to that one. But, man, the season's going good, and looking forward to the next one.
Look forward to seeing you at Pickwick. Congratulations. A Bassmaster Classic qualifier and a Bassmaster Open winner from Detroit Lakes, Minnesota, Bob Downey. 5 pounds, 8 ounces today, so a tough day today gives you 45 pounds, 7 ounces, but you're here on semifinal Saturday, which is payday on the Bassmaster Elite Series.
It is. It's good to be here on payday. I'm glad I didn't do what I did today on day 2 because I probably wouldn't be here. But just wanted to say thanks to everybody coming out. We got a great crowd here. Looking forward to Pickwick. Hopefully we can get some better bags there than 5.5 pounds and get some more good points. So it's been a good couple tournaments for me. Making 2 cuts in a row. Hopefully see how Pickwick goes. Maybe get another check there. Thanks, everyone.
Congrats on a great one. A 3-time Classic qualifier from Colgate, Oklahoma, Luke Palmer. 14 pounds, 15 ounces today gives you 51 pounds even. Puts you in 32nd place, and as I said, it's payday in the Elite Series, so you did your job this week.
I did, but it was definitely, I think I was on the wrong lake. I think y'all let the top 10 or 20 or 30 in front of me go to another lake and catch them. But, what I was doing, I knew it was kind of going away, and it went away on me. I didn't stay consistent, didn't get moving with the fish, but I got to do it my way. I got to flip that Falcon Amistad like I've had all year, a 20-pound sunline, and even through a Christie critter. I mean, that guy behind me, he's pretty good with it too. So, it was just a week. Luckily, with the wind I got good batteries, and amp batteries have definitely helped me out a lot this year, being able to get up and down the lake a lot faster with being lithiums and staying strong the whole time. So, give those guys a look for me, and we'll see you guys at Pickwick.
Congrats. We look forward to seeing you there. He teased him. He is the reigning and defending Bassmaster Classic champion from Park Hill, Oklahoma, Jason Christie. Went out in the Express Yamaha today, came back with 18 pounds, 14 ounces, gives you 60 pounds, 2 ounces, and going to get a Sunday off this time around. But this was a good tournament.
Yeah, it was a good tournament. I'll be here working in the morning, I think, from 10 to 11 in the Yamaha booth if anybody wants to come by. But, you know, I love coming to this lake, and I had a lot of fun. I just never got that little tidbit of information that you have to do to make a run at these things. I never caught a great big one, but I tell you, I had a lot of fun. I tied a spook on and threw it for 3 days and caught over 60 pounds on a spook. And I know that's, you know, it's not going to get me tomorrow, but it was a lot of fun. You know, the Express people cooked crawfish last night. It's always a good time coming to Fork and coming to Texas. And thank you guys for showing up. You know, everybody on the lake today has been, or throughout the week's been really, really polite and let us go through, and thank everybody for that.
Thank you, and congratulations on another good one. The only Australian ever to win a Bassmaster Elite Series event. Fear my heart, Carl Jacobson. 17 pounds, 14 ounces today gives you 57 pounds, 10 ounces. You move into 26th place. Not going to fish tomorrow, but man, one of the coolest stories from today is while he's out there trying to fish for $100,000 and feed his family, you made another family come together, and that was a family of birds. Tell me the story.
There's something weird going on because birds made a nest in our camper before we left, and I end up having to take these baby birds to a place about an hour in the opposite direction before we headed to Texas. So I did that before we even left. And then today out there fishing, I was starting to catch them, had a pretty decent bag, and these baby birds decided to jump out of their nest, and they landed like in my boat, and then they couldn't fly, and they obviously couldn't swim, so they're jumping in the water and they were drowning, and me and my marshal were picking them up, and they were like dropping around us. We gathered them all up and put them back in their nest, so we saved some baby birds, got some good karma. But no, we you know, and I do that when we're out there. The right thing to do is the right thing to do always. Had a phenomenal week. Absolutely loved this lake. This lake was the very first lake that I came to in 2009, and it's where my dream started. I got to fish with Lance Vick, and caught the bass here. Fell in love with the lake, the people, Texas. I lived here, and now I'm fishing against the best in the world. Had a great week. Got good points. Caught all my fish on a big football jig this week in 10 to 12 feet, sometimes shallower, just casting it up onto big stumps and just popping it off the bottom, and just had an absolute blast. So appreciate everyone. I'm going to be out here tomorrow working. I'm going to be on live for a little bit. I'll be working with the guys at Yamaha. And I want to say a big happy birthday to my grandma back home. She turned 80 yesterday, so she's an absolute legend. The other day we're on the phone to her. I know it, just a little bit of inspiration, quick story. We're on the phone. My wife Kayla's talking to her, and she says, "What are you up to?" And it's 5 o'clock in the morning. My grandma says, "I'm about to go on a 5-kilometre walk with my granddad." They had been doing that for 60-something years. And then Kayla's like, "That's cool. What are you doing after?" And she said, "I'm heading to the gym at 9 o'clock, 80 years old. And I'm like, looked at Kayla. I was like, there's no excuses for anything. So love you, Grandma.
Great story. Thank you very much. Our next angler going to roll through in a Toyota Tundra, which means he's got an over. He's one of only 2 Canadians to ever win a Bassmaster Elite Series event. He's a Bassmaster Classic qualifier, a Forest Wood Cup qualifier. From Keewatin, Ontario, Canada, the great Canadian snow leopard, Gussie Jeff Gustafson. 26 pounds and 3 ounces, but this, our Phoenix Boats Big Bass of the day, 8 pounds and 9 ounces. Boom shakalaka, giant bass. 8 pounds and 9 ounces, our Phoenix Boats Big Bass of the day, and it's a big holiday here next week, but at our home and native land in Canada, it's a big holiday this week, and you might have a lot of bodies celebrating May 2-4 this week and watching this, but none of them probably caught an 8-9 today.
Yeah, we don't get to catch those up in Canada very often. You know, yeah, no, that thing made my day, obviously. The last 2 days, full grinder, lucky to get to fish today, and today I, you know, had 20 pounds kind of in the first hour, and the day was, you know, it was a cupcake after that, but caught that thing
just flipping a jig on a tree, so it was pretty fun. And caught a bunch of fish today. I had some room to upgrade a little more. I had a few 3-pounders in there, but it was fun. Always great to come to Lake Fork.
Very good, and it was once again. We look forward to seeing you at Pickwick.
Hey, boss. Take care.
Happy Victoria Day. It's a holiday in Canada. A 4-time Bassmaster winner from North Prince George, Virginia. Get loud for Jacob Porosnik. 19 pounds and 4 ounces today gives him 57 pounds and 3 ounces. Puts you in 31st place and going to have a great finish when you roll out of town.
Yeah, we always get up here and talk about a story, but, today was good. I was only fishing one place. It's the only place I had and that I found any decent ones in. And you kind of had to rotate off them. Yesterday, I kind of sat there all day. We get a bite about every hour. But today, I caught one good one this morning right off and then went back this afternoon and I pulled up here and, this is how good the electronics have gotten. I looked, there's one single tree that's sitting out there and there's 5 bass on it. And I caught 4 of them in a row and there's one left. And it's kind of ironic, I said, I learned and looked at my marshal or my official with me. I said, 9-9. So I fire out there, and I pick up and it got it. And I've never had my butt whipped by a bass, but I did today. I mean, it just absolutely, I never could turn it. I don't know how big it was. I never really seen it. But it left out there like a Mercury, about a 250 horsepower Mercury. But it's just one of them deals that got hung in a tree. I fought it around in the tree for about 10 minutes, but it come on. But you get that kind of bite. That's the kind of bite that'll change your day. But this lake is awesome. If y'all could do this, you need to leave it down for about a year or so. Let the water stay down and then let it grow back. Then bring the water back up, all that vegetation and stuff. Give these bass somewhere to hide, give them somewhere to spawn, and take care of this place. It's very fruitable. The wind blew for 2 days, and me and my official were talking today that you need to rename the state of Texas to Windy. Just name it to Windy, just change the name of it. But thank God I was in a Falcon. I know the guys at Falcon are watching, and Lawrence and all my sponsors. Thank y'all for letting me do this, and we love every one of you. We'll be back to Texas.
Congrats on a great finish. Let's hear it, Windy. No, Texas works way better. Our next angler, a former Elite Series Rookie of the Year, an Elite Series champion from Georgia, Drew Benton. 17.6 today gives you 54 pounds, 7 ounces. You move into 34th place, and good payday this week.
Yeah, no complaints really for me this week. I fished out deep, which is kind of against the grain for me, and I've seen a lot of guys caught them shallow this week, and I'm kind of kicking myself. But I really don't know what happened to some of the schools that I had found. I kind of just milked one place for all it was worth this week, and I think I caught everything that lived there. So no complaints for me. I caught what I could, and on to the next one.
Forward to seeing you at Pickwick. We got 10 anglers left to weigh in. Let's keep them rolling all the way from Tennessee. A Bassmaster Open winner and 2-time Classic qualifier, Skylar Hamilton. 17.15 today gives you 56 pounds, 8 ounces, and you move into 33rd right now.
Yeah, that's pretty pitiful, actually. I had 17.15 yesterday, and I got to that today, and I said, dang, I still need about 10 more pounds. So, man, this place is amazing. Had a great time. Fork's always been great to me. The people are always super nice. Feel like I'm back home in Tennessee, except slightly larger fish in the state of Texas. So we have some good fisheries, but nothing like this. So got to say hi to all my family back home. I'm going to stay, around and up in Arkansas, and I'm going to go back home after Pickwick. But I'll see you guys soon, and love you all, and let's just keep on rolling. Hopefully we can keep it going at Pickwick.
Keep it going. We look forward to seeing you at Pickwick. It's been very good to you, Lake Fork, but it's been really good to this next angler. A 4-time Bassmaster winner. Took a win here just a few years ago from Summerville, South Carolina, Patrick Walters. 19.12 today gives you 57 pounds, 8 ounces for 3 days of fishing. And after the last 2 trips here where you weighed in 100 pounds, I mean, it's got to seem like a little bit of a letdown.
That is a letdown. I just did not fish clean this week. I don't know why, but Texas kicked my butt. It was hot this week. My timing went down. I don't know. Kudos to those guys catching them. I mean, listen, when you come to Lake Fork, it is going to take 100 pounds. I knew that coming into this. I tried to look for that pattern, and I was fishing out deep, fishing shallow, and it just didn't pan. That's how it goes. No pun intended, because I was panning. But, 19 pounds a day, had some opportunities. But all in all, hey, we made the cut. Want to give a shout-out to my family, my mom and dad for being here. my wife back at home taking care of the dogs and everything. But I'd like to ask for some prayers for my brother-in-law. He actually had brain surgery yesterday, and he's in recovery right now, so hopefully everything's going good. But I'm heading to Watts Bar to do some fishing. I'll see y'all at Pickwick.
Thoughts and prayers are with them. The 2019 Progressive Bassmaster Angler of the Year from Alabama, Scott Canterbury. Big day today, 25 pounds, 14 ounces. Moves him into 23rd place with 60 pounds, 15 ounces. So that's going to earn you a bunch more Angler of the Year points and a bit more money.
Yeah, a lot more points for sure. I don't know about the money, but it was a good week. You know, I mean, today I went out and I fished clean, and I got a few bigger bites. You know, I've been saying it all week that Lake Fork had those giants, and I still didn't catch a giant. I caught one almost 7, but I had 3 5s and a 7. I mean, just one more big bite, and I'd have had one of those mega bags. But it's awesome. It's an awesome place. It's an awesome crowd, man. Hopefully we'll be coming back here. Always looking forward to it. There's giants, and you know, like everybody's saying, it's going to take over 100 every time you get here, no matter what. So not many places we go, you can say that.
Well, congratulations. Good finish, good points. Let's keep them rolling. A 6-time Classic Qualifier, 3-time Bassmaster winner from Paducah, Kentucky, Mark Menendez. Skeeter Yamaha Pro Mark Menendez had 21 pounds, 3 ounces today. Gives you 63.13. You move into 21st place. And, man, got to pay you to leave, so that's always the goal.
That's always a good thing, Dave. I tell you, I made a business decision not to run around and go out there and swap places with everybody, and I was consistent. I had 21 every day. Fishing was real good. I fished real nice and slow all day, pitching a Strike King cutter worm around, and I caught some awful good quality back there shallow. One of the things I thought was kind of remarkable was probably 50 to 60% of the fish I caught, Dave, had not spawned yet. Wow. They were pre-spawn fish. So when I figured that out, I thought, you know, there's a chance to catch a couple old big ones, and Lake Fork's got a few in it. So I would like to say thanks to Lake Fork guide Lance Vick. The trail package that he has to get around this lake was immeasurable this week. Thank you, Lance, for building that and spending all the time on that. It got me in and got me back, and I never hit anything with that Skeeter Yamaha.
Perfect. It's clean. We'll look forward to seeing you at Pickwick.
You'll believe anything. I've got some swamp property for sale, too, Dave.
Well, I don't know. I mean, why would a pro angler ever lie on this microphone? That never happens. Let's bring out our reigning and defending Bass Nation National Champion from Hawaii. Say aloha to Matty Wong. Today, 22 pounds, 5 ounces. You move into 22nd place with 63 pounds, 6 ounces. And, man, Lake Fork has been great to you this week.
Yes, it has, man. This place is incredible. It all came together for me in the last, 30 minutes today. Got on one school, and they couldn't get enough of it. They would catch one, dump one, throw another one, catch another one. It was wild, man. So this place is such a magical, magical fishery. And Texas, man, you guys do it big. This is incredible. Thank you guys for all showing out, man. This is awesome.
Pickwick next.
Yeah, Pickwick. Smallmouth. I'm stoked for that. Yeah. Hopefully the dam's running so I can do some surfing up at the top. But you know,
surfing.
No, but I'm looking forward to it. You know, just another fishery, a brand new place for me to go and try and figure out. And you know, the adventure goes on. It's been an incredible journey so far. And thank you guys so much for being so supportive. And thank you to all my sponsors. Without you guys, I literally wouldn't be able to do this. This is truly a dream come true. And yeah, Lake Fork was really good to me this week.
Can't wait to see you at Pickwick. Great to have you on the Bassmaster Elite Series. Here's a guy who does some surfing when we go to Pickwick. A 3-time Bassmaster winner from Alabama. Get loud for Steve Kennedy. 20 pounds, 15 ounces. Today gives you 60 pounds, 15 ounces. You move into 26th place. And Matty Wong was kind of joking about surfing. Last time we were at Pickwick, I think it kind of looked like you were surfing for a little bit.
I'm hoping we get to do some surfing, yeah, but I don't think the water's moving like it has been in the past. Anytime we get over 100,000, those smallmouth really get active up there, and 200,000 is even better, apparently. I didn't know. But yeah, we're looking forward to that one. Today was, I mean, a little bit better than yesterday. I caught another one. I caught another 4-pounder on a bed looking at him with that active target. Couldn't see him otherwise, and but I couldn't catch any more off my starting area. And then I picked up my big glide and went fishing. From about 9:30 to 10:30, I had 7 bites and put 1 in the boat. So that thing burns me too many times. But had a blast doing it and put a limit in the boat to finish it out. So it's okay.
Congrats on a good payday. We look forward to seeing you in a week's time on Pickwick. Having a great tournament here this week. An Opens champion from Manny, Louisiana. Get loud for Daryl Gleason. 13 pounds, 7 ounces today. Going to give you 56 pounds, 3 ounces. You're moving to 39th right now. And a little tougher day today, but if it's going to get tough, day 3 is the one you want it to happen on.
Yeah, my tough days have been day 1 and 2 this year, and you don't get to day 3. So I'm still going to be grateful that I got here. Fun week at Lake Fork. Got the kind of fish I like the Carolina rig, being in pork shad, and throw a crankbait a little bit. And actually, day 1, I caught 23 pounds on a shaky head on a bridge. It was wild on that light line. It was a lot of fun. So really cool week. Grateful to be here. Looking forward tomorrow. I'm going to get to do live in the morning with Mr. Bowman and come back and hang out with the Toyota guys and Yamaha guys so you guys come by and visit. And it's awesome to see this crowd here at Fork. I know tomorrow that the guys are going to put on a show and catch some big fish. So it's going to be awesome to see who wins this thing.
A lot of fun to watch. Congrats. Look forward to seeing you at Pickwick. A 10-time Bassmaster Classic qualifier, a former TTBC champion from Asheville, Alabama, Matt Herron. 2 pounds, 11 ounces today. Gives him 37 pounds even, and you move into 47th place. But the good news is you're not on your way home like the guys that have already been eliminated from this tournament.
That's right. You know, I went out in 47th this morning, and I really, the old saying, I really didn't have anything to lose. I caught 22 pounds yesterday, and I made a run through that area and lost 2 really big fish. But it was just, these fish are moving so much right now. I knew to make any kind of a comeback, I had to gamble, and this lake's got such great big ones in it. I just decided to go fishing and see what would happen. And sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. That's just the way it is. But you're right. I'm getting a good paycheck, getting some points, and sure beats riding back to Alabama. I'd rather do that tomorrow.
We're going to get paid to leave. We look forward to seeing you at Pickwick. 46 anglers into our way, and we got one more to go. That one's rolling through in a Toyota Tundra. Texas, let's hear it for him. He is the reigning and defending Lake Fork champion, a 3-time Bassmaster winner. He weighed in the 3rd biggest bag in Bassmaster history, trying to go back-to-back here this week from Longview, Texas, the unbelievable Lehu. This fish right here isn't over. That's why he's rolling through in that truck. 8 pounds, 2 ounces. That 8.2 went with his limit today. A limit of 27 pounds, 5 ounces, giving him 87 pounds, 15 ounces. And once again, Lehu is leading here on Lake Fork. Lee, watching you today early this morning, I mean, you probably made a bunch of those people nervous for a few hours this morning, but man, you seem to figure it out, and it worked out okay for you.
Yeah, like I tell Jake all the time, nothing in my life is pretty, man. It's always a struggle and it's always ugly, but somehow, through the grind, we end up making it work. And today was one of those days, It's not easy for me out there. I don't have a lot going on. Most of those fish I caught, I'm sure y'all have talked about it, but that's a spot I've never even caught a bass on Lake Fork before, is producing most of my weight. I found them the first day of practice and thought they were little, and they grew, and I got lucky and caught that 8-pounder. On a spot yesterday that I found, but it was just her. So it's going to be a dog fight. There's a closer right behind me, and the lake's going to open up a little bit. Got a lot of weather changes coming. So, I'm working my butt off every day trying to find some new fish, and it just hadn't happened yet. And I'm going to keep doing that. Hopefully I get comfortable and get to keep running some new stuff. And, it's Lake Fork. Somebody's going to bust a big giant bag tomorrow, I think, 35 to 45 pounds. And that's who's going to win, whether it's me, Pollock, or whoever's behind us. It's the best lake in the world. I keep telling people, I got into it brand new after Santee. I said, just wait till we come to Lake Fork. She's going to show out. Look at this crowd. I've been seeing that Bush Light flag waving behind me in my Armada all day, and it made me thirsty.
I think you can deal with that in a minute, but I will say, Swindle and Polnick both, said you're going to be a tough guy to beat, but their biggest concern was if they do happen to beat you tomorrow, getting out of here alive. These guys are good sports. They're not going to give them a hard time, would they?
Oh, yeah. I tell my wife all the time my worst nightmare is getting second place in a tournament, so we might have to Tanya Hardin somebody. He will right there. Swindle's already bow-legged and weak in the knees, so he's easy to get out. Polnick's the one you got to worry about. So, man, I can't thank y'all all enough for coming out. I'm not even going to talk sponsors. Everybody that's here that's a sponsor and out there watching me all throughout the world, I appreciate y'all so much. I'm just happy right now. I got my wife sitting there and my whole family and all kinds of friends and my little baby girl. I'm ready to go tomorrow. It's going to be a dog fight, and I want another trophy.
Your tournament leader, 5 fish away from going back-to-back, Lee Livesey. I think we'll see you out here in just a few minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our weigh-in, but we got to bring out our top 10. Texas, you got to make some noise for 10 anglers remaining in this field. Are you ready to meet our top 10? No. You got to be better than that. This is Texas. Everything's bigger in Texas. You see the bumper stickers all over the place. Are you ready to meet our top 10? In 10th place, but not here, ladies and gentlemen. Been a while since he made a top 10. Hopefully we get him up here in just a few minutes, but I'm going to announce him anyways. In 10th place from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Derek Hudnall. Going out in 9th place, he's an 11-time Bassmaster winner, an Elite Series champion from Brookville, Indiana, Bill Lowen. He's the very first Canadian ever to win an FLW Tour event, the very first Canadian to win a Bassmaster Elite Series event. He's a 3-time Bassmaster Classic qualifier from Peterborough, Ontario, Canada, Chris Johnston. His second season on the Bassmaster Elite Series. He's a Bassmaster Classic qualifier, making his very first Championship Sunday. From Georgia, get loud for Mark Frazier. He's a 4-time qualifier for the Forest Wood Cup. He is a 3-time Bassmaster Classic qualifier. From North Carolina, the Baby Shark, Shane Lehu. He is a reigning and defending Bassmaster Elite Series Rookie of the Year. A Bassmaster Classic qualifier from Alabama. Get loud for Josh Streisner. He is a former Bassmaster Open Angler of the Year. He is a former Bassmaster Open winner. He won the first Elite Series event he ever fished. A 2-time Classic qualifier. on Bassmaster.com. Kicking off at 8 a.m. as it does every Saturday and Sunday of Elite Series competition, 8 a.m. Eastern Time. You can watch the action on FS1. Bassmaster fans, you guys are incredible. On behalf of our tournament director, Lisa Talmadge, our event director, Eric Lopez, our director of tournament operations, Chris Bowen, myself, Dave Mercer, and all our Bassmaster staff, we want to thank each and every one of you for coming out here, and we'll see you tomorrow.